Yeah, right in the stream. Wait, my sound levels are fucked up. I can barely hear anything from Discord. How's it going? I hear you, bro. Yeah, are you done with your Dark Omen yet? So the Omen needs to get darker still? Oh, it's Blood Omen. Sorry about that. I get confused.
There has to be a game called Dark Omen, right?
There has to. Or like something Dark Omen, like as a subtitle. That's a perfect game subtitle.
Yeah, just like Hell's Wrath, Dark Omen. It's like, oh, I remember when Eidos put this out in 2001 for the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, let me check this audio settings here.
Yeah, you're a little hot on my end.
Really?
You're a little crispy.
I'm not sure what to do about that in Discord.
I can turn you down on my end.
Okay, I'm turning you down. Wait, no, I should turn this down, actually. Hold on. Oh, whatever.
Thanks, Icon, for your generous subscription to the dubious family of streaming products.
Ooh, so how dubious is Raiden?
I mean, I'm not a schmuckman, so I will defer to your expertise on this.
What do you think that I'm a shmup guy?
Because you're playing Raiden. Why else? Listen, I played Ikaruga on stream for like 15 minutes. Once. And if you wanna just see a man humiliate himself over and over and over again, watch me play Ikaruga for 15 minutes.
I mean, that's every stream I do, where I humiliate myself over and over again.
As opposed to my normal streams where I humiliate myself over and over again, playing mediocre action-adventure games from 2002.
I mean, is there any other kind of action-adventure game?
God of War.
Never heard of it.
God of War 2.
Never heard of it.
Game. At some point, I'll finish the PSP God of War and allow myself to play 3.
Those are actually pretty alright, those PSP games.
Chains of Olympus, yeah, the thing about Chains of Olympus is, like, first off, it's very impressive. Y'all got this to run on a PSP with its...
So, there's two of them. Which one has his brother and which one has his daughter?
Chains of Olympus has his daughter, and then Ghost of Sparta is the one with his brother, I think.
Okay, yeah.
And I have them both, because they were both digitally released on PS3.
And Vita.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
The Vita.
How do you think I like them? Look, man, the Vita was cool, alright? I'm married, I can say that.
You're allowed to say that. I legally cannot tell you it wasn't cool. I mean, if the Vita wasn't cool, then why does everyone love the Steam Deck so much?
Exactly.
Because the Steam Deck is just a giant Vita that you put GameCube games on.
Well, the Steam Deck is just a powerful Switch, and the Switch is just the Vita.
Yeah.
Plug it to a TV. Think about that.
I mean, the Switch is... Given that the Switch has become the de facto home for weird, creepy anime smut, yes.
Oh no, continue. Go on about your creepy anime smut.
Hi, so the Steam sale ends today. Or tomorrow. So I was like, what creepy anime smut should I pick up before the Steam sale ends? As I am wont to do.
Of course.
The actual answer to that question is, I don't know. I picked up a visual novel.
Oh.
Um.
How sexy is that visual novel?
Well, it's it's the remake of You Know, a girl who chants love at the end of the world.
Was it that HG 101 article that got linked a while back? The thing that inspired you?
Yes. This is your fucking fault.
Okay, this is Jeff's fault.
Yeah.
Even though I started the conversation. But yeah, I also looked up that game. I didn't, buy it because I'm not a pervert, but
I am.
Looked up what happens in it, and I'm not happy about the ending. I guess I won't spoil it for you, but I'm very unhappy about it. And once you get there, you'll know why.
Well, that's an encouraging thing. So I basically have a rule for myself with visual novels. Okay, I'm gonna close it. I see the dog has there are terrors outside that the dog must protect himself from by going bork 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 bork.
I mean, dogs have to bark at unseen terrors. That's their job.
And my rule is I cannot buy new visual novels until I finish the ones I have.
Oh.
Which is surprisingly disciplinarian for me. But it's also a way to force myself.
That's a good policy to have.
Because it's like, hey, these 30 to, let's say, 60-hour books that are also anime.
Yeah, what about this anime book you read? 60 hours long?
Yeah, it's called Umineko. If you ask people on the internet, it's the greatest work of literature in the modern canon.
I see. So it's really perverted then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm saying Umineko is for the kids.
Oh, okay.
Umineko's legitimately very good. It's also too long. It's just the thing I genuinely love has the big fat asterisk of no, it's a commitment.
Oh, the big fat what now?
Asterisk.
Oh, okay. Does it also have the big fat other thing?
Yeah, big fat ass.
Yeah. How many big fat asses are there?
Not that many.
Oh, see, that's so it can't be that good then.
Listen, it's about witches and mystery, and
I mean, I don't know about you, but I always associate witches with big fat asses. It might just be me though.
Nah, Umineko's more just like, y'all like Agatha Christie?
A bit. Like some locker room murders.
And then it goes more places after that, because it's also kind of a sequel to Higurashi. And
wait, did I just beat Raiden?
let me check.
I can't have just beaten Raiden.
Did you beat Raiden?
Oh no, I didn't. I'm now in the second world, which is space. I'm in space now. Raiden goes to space apparently.
I was gonna say, I know these old shmups are short, but you've only been streaming for...
Well, no, this is my second attempt at it, and it's been like 15 minutes. So yeah, no, this. Okay, so I guess I'm in World 2 now. Anyway, go on. about your
Yeah, about the weirdo pervert games I like.
Yes, tell me all about the pervert games. I want to know.
I
They're killing everyone in sight.
I just think the actual problem with visual novels is just it's hard to recommend them to people because you have to say, hey, do you want to read a book that's also an anime that is also 30 hours long?
I mean, that's just like a manga at that point.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of is. But with less and or more pictures.
Depending on the budget, yeah. Wow, this level is unmanageable. Holy cow. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm just being kamikazed over and over again. And the movement isn't great here either. This isn't going to last for long. Oh boy.
What is your standard for how long you can play a game before you can write about it?
Usually when it pisses me off or I get bored, I stop playing.
Okay.
But the problem streaming is that I kind of want to like keep things going.
Yeah.
So I would have stopped playing this like 20 minutes ago if I wasn't streaming. Which is why there's like an asterisk next to the times for games when I stream them. Which is going to be basically every Jaguar game.
Oh god. Are you?
Yes. Eventually. Over the next like year and a half.
That's like the one forbidden domain I have never. Although I guess now that the Jaguar, there's a good Jaguar emulator out there.
Oh, I almost got the high score.
You know, but it's like, what am I even gonna fucking play on the Jaguar? Like Atari carts,
obviously.
AVP.
Rated, obviously.
Yeah.
Or Dino Dudes. You can play Dino Dudes.
I do Dino Dudes. I
I
mean,
prefer to not know Dino Dudes personally.
what is Dino Dudes? Is it an Amiga game? Dino Dudes sounds like an Amiga game.
It plays like an Amiga game.
It's just like, yeah, back in the day, me and my mates used to play Dino Dudes on it, and Sensible Sugar.
Yeah, basically, it's basically like the Lemmings.
Okay, hey, Lemmings, a fine product of Scotland. And then they said, "Oi, what if you could jack a car?"
Yes, exactly. How do you rate again?
Slash raid in the chat, and then type the channel name.
Okay, let's see if that works. Oh, your channel's intended for mature audiences.
Yeah, it's because I cuss.
Whoa.
That's why. Sometimes I say the F word or talk about witches with giant asses, apparently. So, you know.
Okay. Alright, just rated you.
Thanks. You raided with Raiden. Now you're raiding with
Exactly.
Braden. Here at twitch.tv/arbitrarywater.
Hey.
Did you know that every year... Oh.
Begone, Dark One. I did not send for you.
Oh, Relkin's here. Hi, Relkin.
And yet here I am.
Kane.
So I see.
Oh.
Cain,
Big
the
movie
disruptor,
vampire.
the pebble in the pond who destroys all he touches.
You know me.
Yeah, but as far as the Big Boo vampires
Better than
go,
you
that's
know yourself.
And you know why I'm
that's
here.
gonna be a pass for me.
Perhaps.
I seek information, and I must have it. What can you tell me of the device?
The device. You're playing
Well,
a
yeah,
dangerous game.
on your
Return to
big
your
booby
night hunting
vampire
vampire. Enjoy what time remains to
rating.
you.
Where does that
Short though
lie?
it is.
I desire far more than blood. Where is
I mean,
the
I'm
Pretty
nice.
low.
I will not go without an
I'm
answer.
alright, but
Do you so enjoy being Vordor's lapdog?
I am no man's dog, witch.
No, I see that now. I sense your conviction.
I'm not opposed to it.
I shall help you. If Nosgoth is ever to be healed, the device must be destroyed. And you, of all men, could be the one to do it. Know this. The device has lain dormant beneath Meridian for time beyond
Yeah, as far as
time.
creepy
But now, the
anime
Seraphim Lord has empowered
visual
the
novels
machine
go,
to unleash its
I will be
destruction upon
interested
the land.
in hearing your
The
thoughts on
entrance
Yuno.
to the device
Yeah.
lies in the heart of the city
There was a
itself,
brief period
under
where
the
I was like,
very
I could
noses
play
of
the
the
PC-98
aristocracy.
original,
You will know
and
the
then
building
I
by this
had
sign.
looked at the
You will see this more than
series
once,
of
but
events
the
that would
first one
require
will
me
show you
to
the entrance to the
actually
device.
play that game in English.
No human can operate it, but a vampire.
It's pretty
could.
steep.
And it was
Technically.
like, this is more than I'm willing to do at this time.
Drink,
It's also free.
drink my blood.
You won't have to pay
Now.
for it.
What manner of creature are you? You are like no vampire that I have seen.
Who I am, what I am.
I
is of
have
no
a
concern to
policy
you.
of never
Time
paying for
presses.
smut if I can avoid it.
It's a good one.
He is here. Do as I tell you. If you are to destroy the device and save Nosgoth, you must drink.
I have to drink. See, my biggest problem with this game, aside from the part where it's not very
Drink, my
good,
dark prince.
is the implication
Eyes
that Kane
close
is
into your
somehow
eyes.
straight.
You can manipulate objects already by sheer will alone. But as you
Kane is
know,
beyond
you can only use this ability at
any
close
of
range.
our
By drinking
sexuality.
my
Are you
blood,
saying Kane
you
is
will be
pan?
granted the gift of telekinesis.
No,
Or
no,
is it-
that's
or-
that's
or-
still
or-
too.
To manipulate objects at
All
a
of
great
those are
distance.
He's
too.
Kane
You will
sexual.
be able to activate this symbol and enter the device.
So Kane just like exudes every kind of sex.
Yes.
It's also beyond it.
Okay, so he's above fucking. Like he.
No, he
that
definitely
shit
fucks,
happens-
but he's also beyond it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like talking about like a higher plane of existence. It is beyond our ken.
Okay.
I will give you the peace you seek, Kane. Your death beckons you.
Oh, those are the outfits for
We have
those
found
female
the
vampire
distance
soldiers.
draws even closer. I will transport you to the device. From there, use your newfound ability to gain entrance.
What of you, Seer? Escape with me. I'm in need of allies.
Am I your ally? My fate lies along a different path. Goodbye, Kane.
So would the character models in this game be as horny as they are if it weren't for the hit '90s animated series Gargoyles?
I bet Gargoyles has something to do with it. I bet, I mean, early 2000s was just, you like vampires, and then Twilight came out and ended that forever. But,
What
you
if
know,
these
this was around the
vampires
time
specifically
Vampire the
went after
Masquerade
teenagers?
was big.
It's also around Underworld, right? That was
Yes,
like 02,
Kate
I think.
Beckinsale's Underworld and
Yeah.
Blood Rain.
Oh, Blood Rain was like 03, wasn't it?
That
It was
sounds right.
02.
02 or 03.
was
I
40
played some
Days of
Blood
Night.
Rain 2 recently. It's
Oh
not
no,
good.
why'd you do that?
Oh, look at this area.
About 2 years ago, I played the entirety of Blood Rain 1.
How dubious is it?
I didn't hate it. It killed a lot of Nazis.
Yeah, that's the thing about Blood Rain that ultimately I'm in favor of is you murder a lot of Nazis.
Oh, that's always a plus.
Rain is pro murdering fascist vampires.
Are there any other kind of vampires?
Oh, you can't read these things' minds. Are there collectivist vampires?
Yeah, are there innocuous
Welcome to the
systemic
blood
vampires?
bank where all is shared freely. Blah.
Well,
So
to be
let's get
vampire, you
into
have
the masquerade.
yeah, no,
Definitely
masquerade,
are.
yes.
Yeah, sure, but also the thing about the masquerade is they're all still being on the same side, being manipulated by the ultra wealthy.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's cool that the Camarilla and the Anarchs are literally just
casts a shadow far beyond one's
pretending.
own understanding. Here, in this alien vault, I discovered a being whose existence was entwined with mine far more than I could ever imagine.
I guess vampires are inherently aristocratic.
Yeah.
And fascism was like nostalgia for old, like Germanic aristocracy, almost.
Oh,
Who disturbs me? Not one of my captors.
But yeah, there's some like inherent fascism to vampires.
yeah.
You know me, monster. My memory at present has its flaws, but I should certainly remember such as you.
So if vampires are a fascist movie monster, what's the most communist movie monster?
Can return from the dead gives hope to us all.
I seek an ancient device of great power.
No,
I am
Swamp
prepared
Thing.
to kill any who stand in my way.
Have no fear.
He just wants to turn everybody into
I am
nature,
enslaved by the fiend
which is to say compost.
this
That sounds more like
monstrosity
he's a
to
green
feed this machine
than
with my
communist.
Then perhaps we have an
He wants
interesting
everybody to be
problem.
equal, but it's also bad
I'm
for
here to
you know
destroy the
communism.
device.
That's why.
Yes, yes. I can help you then.
I mean,
I was
the
Okay.
anxieties of communism
great
were like,
to destroy
I don't know, here's a kaiju
It
movie.
descends far underground.
yeah, but the kaiju are like WMDs though.
Yeah.
To destroy
I was gonna say
the device,
vampires,
must
as like the
seek
anxiety
out
around
the
communism.
built it.
Oh no, I'm sorry, zombies. What am I
Yeah,
saying?
it's
Zombies are
zombies.
No,
yeah.
no, it is older, far older. Those
Yeah, because it
who
particularly turns
lost
everyone
eons
into the same. They all walk in the same
themselves
direction. They're
structures
mindless.
in their
They don't
passing.
think for themselves.
The device is one.
That's
I mean,
Swamp
George
Thing.
Romero.
Discovered how to
You ever
use it.
seen
Only
Dawn
the
of the Dead?
builder
George
can
Romero
make
has
it
things to
stop.
say about
You mean to tell me that this being still lives?
Hey, I saw Night of the Living Dead. He has things to say about racism.
He is. Listen to me. There is a place in Nosgoth, far to the north, where time means nothing, where hours and years are frozen.
So you're going to talk to this guy or fight him?
We're
The
talking.
eternal prison. The wretches in prison
And then maybe
pay
fight.
for their crimes for eternity.
Okay, because you don't put like a big fuck off skull monster thing, like in the middle of a large like arena looking room, and not fight him.
I have heard of such a place. I didn't realize it was so close to Meridian. How do I reach it?
There is a tunnel leading out of the city through this room. It will take you to the prison.
And if this builder refuses my help?
Tell him you wish to destroy the device. Believe me, he will aid you.
I hope for your sake that what you have told me is true.
You may believe me. Destroying the device.
Oh, so Dark Omen is a Warhammer
at
thing.
last.
Okay, yeah,
I
sure.
will be in your
Okay.
debt.
What is it?
What isn't a Warhammer thing? That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Things that are Warhammer 40k aren't Warhammer Fantasy.
Oh,
Unless
yeah.
uh,
they are in both.
Yeah, unless they're the Chaos Gods who are in both, and
Well, I think they're actually separate incarnations of them because I know
But-
Slanesh is
yeah.
born like after the.
the
God
Eldar
Emperor.
fuck so hard that they create the God of Hedonism. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why the Eldar, in 40k are the ones who were off-world. But, you know, some of the same demons are in 40k, like Scarbrand is in 40k, and he's
Bloodletters.
still very angry.
What was name is Scarbrand? I mean, how did they think he got those scars?
Well, you see, Scarbrand was tricked into striking at his Lord Khorne, and Khorne cast him down as a result, And now Scarbrand feels nothing but rage.
Does that make him like the most like Korn disciple then?
Yes,
He's
he's the
rage.
angriest Korn demon. He's
It's
very
my favorite children's book.
like all of his lines.
The angriest
in Total
Korn being.
War, yeah, the angriest Korn demon. Like, to put it, all of Scarbrand's lines in Total War Warhammer 3 are just like, blood, skulls, I will have skulls. And it's very good. Also, he just football punts people around.
You there?
No, that's
I don't
fun.
know you. Are you a guest? A visitor? An intruder?
Speaking of Warhammer
We
Fantasy,
do not permit
Yeah.
guests to disturb our routine.
I'm currently playing Warrior
We are
Priest
involved in the
Salt
important
Spire,
work
Yeah.
here,
and this is
nothing,
pretty fucking
nothing
great.
must be allowed to
What
interfere.
kind of hammer are you using?
This is a place
I'm using
One
the
hammer
flail and
where
shield,
transgress the
Oh.
laws of the
and then the
gods and man,
hammer and tome.
and so created a dangerous
Yes.
imbalance within themselves. Contemplate the wrongs that they have done through peaceful,
I tried the big hammer,
uninterrupted
but the,
meditation until they have regained the balance
punch,
of their
as opposed to
true,
like a proper
perfect
hit, is not
inner
gonna-
nature. This process
So,
must not
so
be
how
interrupted
rare is
for
your
any
hammer?
reason until a spiritual
It depends on the hammer. This one
transformation has
glows.
been achieved. However,
That's not
long
really
that
war.
may take.
Or is it really war? I
Thus,
guess it depends on the
no
war.
guests, no visitors are allowed. And intruders, we know how to deal with. Go. Now.
Yeah. I liked the big hammer. I liked the attack. The basic attack string with the big hammer is nice because it actually has a nice sweep. But
So you like big hammers and you cannot lie?
it's true. I love hammer pants. MC and other sorts of hammers. Boom the Alien saying he figured out how to play as the pirates. But have you learned how to set up gun lines? Which are the best part about the Vampire Coast is gun lines.
Hi.
Hi, Justin.
Hello.
Going in here this evening.
I'm doing great. I'm playing this hot new video game. It's called The Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen 2.
Oh, I love Blood Omen 1.
Yeah.
Is this better?
Yes.
Oh,
How
great.
much does this have to do with Blood Omen 3? Because I know things get weird in Blood Omen 3.
There is no
Oh,
Blood
see, there
Omen.
wasn't a Blood Omen 3.
Yeah, they made
Just
Defiance after this, and then they did not make a Legacy of Kain game.
Wait,
They
so there's no
tried
Blood Omen-
multiple
well,
times.
Like, if there's no Blood Omen 3, then what did I play?
Oh no.
Pornography.
I see. There you go.
That's Blood Bonin. There you go. Just all of my Twitch ad revenue just evaporating into dust. Not really.
Yeah, so let's turn these all these Blood Omen streams into just talking about like cartoon porn.
Finally. Because I
training my
don't do
entire
that
adult life for
enough
this.
already, incidentally. No, I mean,
So the real problem with smutty visual novels is even if the writer like wants to do a thing, like has things that the writer wants to say or do, like themes and character development, all that.
yes, because a lot of those things were like forced to include H scenes just because of
But
the state of the market.
It isn't even the H scenes. Like the whole story structure has to be structured around like digging down every female character in the game.
Or you can just include that as little bits in the end. It depends.
Well, usually romancing the characters to some degree. So like most of the dialogue and like story structure has to be around, getting into the pants of all these characters. And
not always. Well, you see, but also, let me tell you about Muv-Love.
No.
Oh, what's Muv-Love?
Muv-Love is good, actually. Yeah, but they're, hey, they... If you want to point out that a surprisingly large number of the most beloved and important visual novels also happen to feature a disproportionate number of female characters.
It's weird.
Weird.
Are they all into me?
Listen, Muv-Love's great. Because it starts out and you're like, okay, this is just like, it's like a fun, wacky dating sim. And then it's like, oh dear.
Isn't that like most famous visual novels though?
Fate Stay Night. But yeah, and then you get to the second part, and it's like, actually, hey, welcome to the dark future.
Oh, the dark future. Cool.
I see you have not yet
future,
found your way
right?
out. I suggest you do so.
It's a little
Yeah.
redundant.
Your presence
Yeah,
may
that's just the
disrupt
future, though.
Progress some are making toward fulfilling the inner balance of their perfect nature, and that
So
cannot
how
be allowed.
big of the people who say that they're fans of Doki Doki Literature Club, like how big of posers are they?
Massive.
Oh, okay.
Which is Braden's way of saying maybe that was just their first one.
No. Because the whole thing about... Oh, time travel? Ooh. The thing about Doki Doki Literature Club is like, I feel like the people who I say this as someone who like nominally liked Doki Doki Literature Club at the time. Like it's like, oh, this is like creative and fun and whatever. But the people who really attached to that game, I feel like were young and like didn't play the games that Doki Doki Literature Club was talking about. And then, of course, you get into the fact that at the beginning of this year, I actually did play through the game that inspired Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh, which game was that?
It's called You and Me and Her.
That sounds like a generic visual novel.
It's, you think it is, and then
Is it one of those cases where you read Hero with a Thousand Faces and realize that Star Wars is just a big ripoff?
That George Lucas read that book and was like, oh, cycles. It's like, no, you can ask ZP about this, but I was very upset by the time I was done with You and Me and Her.
Like, were you upset about the quality or upset about the gnarly stuff happening?
Well...
Upset that Doki Doki Literature Club was... You like that game less in retrospect, I assume?
I like that game less in retrospect. I think that game, the way that game deals with mental health is, like, kind of messy and not great.
Are there any games that do deal with mental health in a decent way?
Yeah.
Sanitarium.
Yeah.
That was all the hubbub around
Celeste,
wasn't it?
maybe.
Celeste.
I don't. That. Yeah, Funk,
I
you
don't
should
know.
play
People,
You and Me and
people
Her
who get
because
together enough to write about video games
I
probably
played through
don't
that
have
and
much
I
to
was
say
just
about
like, wait, this is... I'll put it this way. I disliked it so much that it left an emptiness in my soul. That's just like, oh, you think you're being so fucking clever, aren't you? Oh, and here's the other thing is I played
game?
You and Me and Her.
That's the one that
Kimi
left the hole in your
no
soul?
Kanojoto. I believe is what it is called.
So left you empty on the inside.
The way it ends is very much like, you know, actually, what if these were real people, you know? Like, so it's an entire, not to spoil anything, but to spoil the entire game that none of you are going to read. It's a visual novel about cuckolding.
Okay.
Kinky.
And basically the concept of like the idea of if an anime girl remembered things between routes, then you would be cheating on her when you played a new route. And that's that's what leads the main girl to go crazy.
That's basically Doki Doki, isn't it?
Yes.
Huh. Think about it so much that you jump off a cliff. Alright, so what do you think about, like, the, not parody, but, well, yeah, kind of parody, like, about VNs, like, Hateful Boyfriend.
Oh, I fucking... Okay, Hateful Boyfriend I am in favor of. Anything that they made after Hateful Boyfriend, like all of the spin-offs and sequels, I am against. Because the whole point of Hateful Boyfriend is like, y'all will get attached to anything, even fucking pigeons.
Okay, what do you think of Dream Daddy? Because that, like, got a lot of play among, like, non-BN people.
So Dream Daddy I feel like is the most acceptable of those jokey joke, ironic Western visual novel dating sims. Okay, you sir have just triggered my trap card. And now you are going to pay for it. Because I have strong feelings on jokey joke, ironic Western dating sims made by people who have never played a dating sim in their life.
Oh my, okay.
Just like, oh, it's like a dating sim. Oh, isn't this funny? Oh, look how twee we're going.
Oh, so Dream Daddy's very twee then.
Dream Daddy is at least like, for something that came out of a Game Grumps bit, I think Dream Daddy is fine for what it is, but also, like, I don't know, the people who gravitated towards Dream Daddy are just like, oh no, I wouldn't want to play an anime dating sim. Those are for perverts and weirdos, but it's funny when it's gay dads. And I'm like, yeah.
Why do you think that's funny? Also.
Yeah, why do you think?
Is it funny? I thought people were like, oh, it's just so wholesome.
I'm sure.
Is what I remember.
Guess what? There are plenty of wholesome dating sims for people who aren't sicko perverts like me.
Really?
Yeah.
The only real dating sims are ones with pornography.
Tokimeki Memorial.
Oh, there is no porn in that, right?
You do not belong in this place.
I even
Have
knew
I not told you to go? But you have not heeded my warning.
Like, what was it, Sentimental Graffiti? There's no porn in that, right? I'm just naming BNs that I know of.
Our dating sims for sicko. I'm just saying the Dead by Daylight dating sim. Very specifically, unleashes a level of contempt and anger from my dark hole where my heart should be.
Dead by Daylight Dating Sim. That sounds like it should be like an hour and a half long, or maybe half an hour long.
Well, it's from the same people who made the KFC dating sim for KFC.
Again, it should be like 20 minutes long as a goof.
Yeah, but it's like, listen, I say this as someone who likes Dead by Daylight a decent amount. Like, I played that game quite a bit. But the people who actually gravitate toward... Once again, this is all just feeding into me saying, like, people who like things are dumb, and they shouldn't like things as much, because I don't like them as much as they do.
Oh, you would never do that.
I would never do that. I would never say
I don't have
that.
a history of doing that.
I have, yeah.
Thing, actually.
But the people who are, like, get super into the characters for Dead by Daylight, and are like, I'm gonna draw sexy art of they're not Jason Voorhees. I don't.
But what if also
What if
a
you
lady?
could date him? What if you could date they're not Jason Voorhees?
Jason Voorhees doesn't want anybody to date anybody unless they're married already.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jason Voorhees also the one big slasher monster who was never put in that game.
Yeah, because they made a Friday the 13th
Because they made that
game.
Friday the 13th game. It's like legitimately, I think Freddy Krueger's very fun in that game. And Sadako from The Ring is very fun in that game.
I'm gonna say everybody's favorite pedophile, Freddy Krueger.
Hey, you know, yeah. He slashes you up real good.
You know, in the first Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger is like the most ineffectual, least frightening horror villain of all time.
But
yeah,
He's just
like,
a creep, and he's not good at it. He's some.
I mean, all of those slasher movie villains are like camp.
I mean, dude, Pamela Voorhees probably has a large... I mean, she's the villain of the first Friday the 13th. She probably has a larger body count than Krueger does in the first Elm Street.
Okay.
Is someone tapping on their microphone or something? I can hear. Oh, hi, Justin.
Yeah, there's definitely a
Is it coming from me?
shifting.
might
I
be.
can't tell.
Yeah, looks like it.
Do you hear it more now?
Nope.
It's gone now.
I can
Oh, there it is again.
Okay, that's me playing Counter-Strike. I'm gonna move my mic further away from my keyboard and see what
How's
happens.
Counter-Strike 2, Justin?
This guy's...
How-
I'm not playing
how
Counter-Strike
important is
2,
that smoke
I'm playing
diffusion?
CSGO.
Hey, did
That smoke diffusion's real cool. I can't wait to mess with it.
did Discord... For anybody else, did Discord reset the sound volume settings you have for individual people?
Yes.
Boardmaster was very loud when I came in.
I was gonna say all of you were very loud for a minute there.
I had to yeah, turn people down and then turn people up, and
How do I change my sound settings if I'm too loud?
I switched you down for me already, so...
Alright,
Yeah.
so
You can go to options. There's an option for it somewhere.
Yeah, alright, I just lowered it by like 20%. How am I now?
you're good.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I said I wasn't going to play any more competitive shooters, and they started talking about Counter-Strike 2, and I was like, I want to play that. So, sue me.
yeah, anyway, the Dead by Daylight dating sim is fucking awful. Because you are, not only is it giving in to, like, fake horny people who are just like, yeah, I really want to date,
Fuck Sadako from The Ring.
but
or
they're,
whatever she's
they're
from.
non copyrighted version, because all of the dateable monsters are their original monsters, because they'd have to pay the licensors more money if they
Oh wait,
put it
there's actually a really important question in chat right now. Is Counter-Strike for sicko perverts?
yes.
I mean, yes.
Always has been.
I mean, if you watch those people make games videos about, like, how Valve has done nothing to stop the Counter-Strike gambling shit. That whole thing seems like a real endeavor.
I logged into. I don't know if you're going to be I don't know if anybody's going to be a fan of this idea or not, but I logged into Siege, and Ubisoft is trying yet another thing to try to reduce toxicity. They're just trying all the time.
Are they changing the pH level?
Huh?
Are they changing the pH level?
Yeah, they're reducing acidity. It's going to be more basic now.
It's just like reports and commendations, and over time, the more reports you get, the more likely you are to get placed in like hidden servers that are just for extremely toxic people.
I mean, yeah, lots of devs have tried that. They're pretty late to the game on that.
Yeah, that's usually for cheaters, though, not really for...
I want to say League has been doing that for like 5 years or so.
Yeah, I've heard about that in other games.
I'm a skeleton!
So, but once Siege puts all the perverts into a single server, will there be anyone left for the main server?
Yeah, no.
Sure, listen, there are plenty of decent people who play Siege, sure. There are a lot of not decent people, but...
Justin, I as someone who played Siege, I just have distinct memories of, like, let's say 1 out of every 10 matches, just having someone immediately shoot everyone else on the team during the setup phase.
Sure.
And it's like, well, we lost the round.
9 matches where nothing bad happened, so that sounds like a good batting average.
Oh, well, you know, that's because I didn't have voice chat on. Also, the other thing is, if I got back into Siege, I'd have to learn how to play Siege again. And playing that game with a mouse is a very different experience than playing it with a controller.
Is it a controller?
No.
Because I played it on console.
There are so many functions that if you play on a controller, there are a handful of things that you can't really do. Leaning is...
Leaning, you have to click on the sticks while aiming.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Nah, it's fine.
It's not.
But yes, if Siege is absolutely for sicko perverts, as we all know.
There's like a zillion different classes. It's fun stuff.
They put Rick and Morty in it.
Oh, fuck that.
This was pre Justin Roiland being a piece, like coming out as a piece of shit or whatever.
You know what? They're gonna replace him, and then Rick and Morty's gonna go back to being okay again, and we're gonna forget he exists.
Yeah, it's fine. I
Well,
mean,
I'm
listen,
sorry, Justin's
when
gonna remember
Dan
Justin Roiland for the rest of his life.
When Dan Harmon comes off as the reasonable party in your beef, that says maybe you're a colossal piece of shit. Because, listen, Dan Harmon...
I thought Dan Harmon was just a weirdo.
He's a grump. And...
That's fine.
And just kind of, like...
Fine.
Definitely has, like, been very public about being kind of shitty to people. But...
Same.
You know... At the very least, he doesn't appear to have been a complete he has not been accused of domestic abuse, so you know.
So is that
standards?
Comparative. Anyway, I'm just in the void fighting skeletons.
Yeah, you're climbing a tower. What is this, a Megaton game?
Yeah. I have to fight God at the end.
Right. Alright, so speaking of sicko pervert stuff, so the reason why I kept thinking about after seeing that article is because of the whole timeline switching thing.
Yeah.
I think that mechanic is something that I'm like irrationally attracted to. That's why I like Final Fantasy 13 too as much as I do. So like, what other game?
Talk to Zombie Pie about that.
I kind of have a little bit. So, what other games have like timeline switching?
Radiant Historia.
Radiant Historia.
Fucking great.
I should have known Duncan was gonna go Radiant Historia. Go fucking play Radiant Historia.
I mean,
that game's entire thing is you are in a failed timeline, and there are 2 other failed timelines that you need to go through and try to manipulate to find the working timeline.
I played about half of Radiant Historia. I didn't finish it. I need to go back and finish it. It's actually brilliant. You should play it.
Wait, do you like create branches and then jump around between the branches?
Yep.
You have to, you basically
Always.
jump back and forth between
two different paths, depending on whether or not your character defects from his military.
Basically,
paths.
do you leave the military or do you stay with the military? And it's part of it is just like, and then
There are a lot of like little failure points though, and it's
Yeah.
actually kind of fun to get them all.
Okay, but it's mainly just 2 timelines, like sliding doors.
But you hop back and forth between them.
Yeah. I mean, listen, they're good though.
I mean, if you want another visual novel about time travel, let me tell you about this cool hot video game.
Steins Gate.
Steins Gate. Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time.
What's that? I never heard of that.
So you have to flip through between the kid and the adult timelines to solve. You got to go to the Spirit Temple as a kid, you see.
Okay, but how many of these games have like a timeline map that you pull up?
Radiant Historia.
I'm
Okay.
There are definitely a couple. Chat, does anyone have any suggestions?
Shadow the Hedgehog. Chrono Trigger. I
Oh,
don't
it doesn't
know.
really
You
have
play-
like a timeline map though. Or no, that doesn't have like a branching timeline map. It's more like individual like levels you go to.
Okay, so real quick, I do recall Shadow the Hedgehog having like a whole bunch of squares
It's a
grid, and you
branching
had to-
level map. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to finish all of them.
You have to finish all of them twice to get the true ending. Because you have to
Anyway.
do both the dark and hero endings for each of the 5 routes.
Anyway, Sonic CD, I guess. I don't know.
Sonic
Wait.
CD is the actual answer.
Wait, so Shadow the Hedgehog basically just Fire Emblem Fates?
No.
No.
Because Fire Emblem Fates is, there's the good campaign, the okay campaign, and the bad one. And people were mad that they had to pay for all 3, when in fact they should be glad that they didn't have to play Revelation.
Hey, Braden, remember when you and I played Revelations around the same time and we both went through the stages of grief? Like, God, this is awful.
Hey, that entire game is balanced like a shitty ROM hack. Just like, hey, oh yeah, they'll give you all the characters, but
Has the Fire Emblem community gone through the stages of grief and finally come to acceptance that Fates fucked them over real bad?
whenever Fates comes up in Fire Emblem community discourse, it's almost always negative. So, take that as you will.
Because I remember
I see.
saying that I find the way that Fates is being sold, at the time, saying that, hey, the way they're selling Fates, this sucks shit, this is awful, this is terrible. And everyone was like, it's still a good game, bah!
Well, here's the thing. I'm the person...
I mean, they were probably playing Conquest and/or Revelations during those first few days.
Hey, yeah, remember when people were like, why is Birthright always reviewed negatively? It's
Sorry, Birthright.
That campaign.
Birthright is just
Birthright is Awakening, but
Diet
shittier.
Awakening.
It's just the way they sold that game was the worst.
And there's a reason why the one after that, they put all 3 routes in the game.
Which is for the best.
The one after that was
And that's why
Shadows of
3
Valencia, which
Houses
was a
has
really
like
good
2
game.
maps.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I just.
Anyway, play fucking Engage. It's the best Fire Emblem game in a literal decade.
No, the main character looks dumb. I can't do it.
No, but Brayden, all of the people who like Three Houses are saying that it's the most disappointing Fire Emblem ever made.
Who are these people? Who is this straw man, and where can I knock them down?
Because they just want to play Persona.
I have seen a few comments about complaining about Engage not having a deep enough story or whatever.
Those people are full of shit. Engage's story is so fucking anime horseshit.
It's so good. It's so goofy and dumb.
Anyone who's like, oh my god, this game doesn't have the in-depth storyline of the last
It doesn't
one,
give me
Houses,
diet
those
anime
people
Game
are
of
full
Thrones.
shit.
Okay, so listen. Sometimes people confuse breadth of content with depth. Three Houses has a lot of content. It doesn't have much depth.
No, it's anime horseshit.
It has 4 routes, and
lovingly,
don't get me wrong, like,
as someone who likes anime horseshit as much as Brayden, like, that's fine.
that game respects its characters enough to not have fucking time.
And there are people who like the Persona shit. I get it.
I'm feeling attacked right now.
Don't tell me that it's some sort of fucking revelatory story, that it's a high watermark for the franchise. Or
No,
that
it's
they
just
did something deep.
they respected their characters and their world building enough not to trip over it.
Yeah, I mean, at the most you could say that game doesn't trip over its own dick.
I mean,
Also,
they-
the
they
internet
totally
has
tripped
strong
over its own
opinions
dick.
about whether or not Edelgard is justified.
Like, the faffing about pre-time skip in that game, where it's just this absolute goddamn
Yeah, also
slog.
regardless of which route you play, you have to play the first 10 chapters, and they're the exact same every time, and that's when the game is at its least interesting as a tactics thing.
Which
is why I only finished 1.5 routes.
Which is why I read about that and made a tactical save.
Me, the Fire Emblem man.
Ooh, feedback.
Me, the Fire Emblem
Is
man.
my mic making sound again?
No, your mic's
But
fine.
anyways, I just all the people who complained about Fates, or not Fates, Engage, like not being this in-depth story, and that's its big detriment. When it's like, I'm happy that they basically provided a best hits experience and then used an entire game to really grapple with the lack of depth in the combat system. That to me is an honorable experiment.
Like, that game has actual interesting tactical set pieces, as opposed to, here's a big open field, here are your guys on one end.
That, as much as I like what they did in the second half of Three Houses, that game really is
those routes.
Giant rectangle. You're on the lower left, they're on the upper right, sometimes upper middle, and you gotta meet in the middle and then reach the end point. Even for the missions where you're grinding them out for experience points.
And also, if you have any sense of optimization, you can just demolish.
Are you gonna again use a stream to talk about how you think min-maxery and Fire Emblem games?
No, I think it's way too fucking easy. Well,
bro, no.
The way you play Fire Emblem games, Mr. Reload to between level ups.
I mean, it's.
That sounds crazy. That sounds insane. Why would you ever do that?
I mean, listen, you heard about how he played Ogre Battle 64, so.
Why?
That's just how he plays games. It's weird.
Listen, as someone with anxiety, I understand, but I cannot condone.
Wait, so if you're that tedious, how do you not like the Saga games?
Because you can't do that in the Saga games. It's pure chance for everything.
Yeah, but you can reload to, like, you know.
Oh no, I'm okay with the Saga games. The only Saga game I have played, other than Romancing Saga, has been Unlimited Saga.
You should play Frontier.
Okay. You should play Final Fantasy Legends.
Yeah, make your character a cyborg for reasons.
I mean, I've talked about how, yeah, I play tactics games the wrong way. I am on record. There's an entire podcast where I describe how I'm stat farming in Ogre Battle.
Toker Battle Memorial.
Okra Battle.
Okra Battle.
Alright, so if I made a parody visual novel about Ogre Battle, but called it Okra Battle, where all the characters were different vegetables, how would you feel about that?
I would say I'm glad someone remembered Ogre Battle. That's what I would say.
Fair enough.
Because, don't get me wrong, Ogre Battle, one might say the 5th or 6th best game we've played for the podcast. Just as a metric of some kind, perhaps. Ogre Battle is also.
there's no personas on that list, so I don't really consider. I don't really take it seriously.
Well, here's the thing: is also we're 3 men in our 30s.
Yeah.
And
we all want something different out of this.
And as someone who played a lot of Persona 3 in, let's say, the year of our Lord 2009.
That's the wrong Persona to play in 2009.
It was the one I had.
Is Borgmaster not aware of how I play tactics games?
You just explained how you play tactics games.
You just did that.
I can take a guess from context clues.
Okay. Have I told you what my favorite leveling strategy is in Final Fantasy Tactics?
He likes to make the game less fun.
Style, so
yeah, he likes to make it a miserable experience and then say the game's bad because of the choices he makes.
I don't. It's not even that. So what I like to do.
You mean the Geno approach to complex video games?
No.
Yeah.
Weird. I've always said that I really, really like the story in that game until it's a little too over the top. But even then, it's maybe the best characterization in the entire franchise.
What, you don't like it when Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas comes in and fucks your shit up?
Wait. Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas is in?
I mean, the Cardinal transforms because of the Zodiac Stone, and he's just Oogie Boogie.
He looks like it. He's not actually.
Oh.
I mean,
okay. So anyways, what I like to do is I like to trap a chocobo in a corner and beat the ever-loving shit out of it while keeping it just barely alive so it'll heal itself and me forever, so is that you can just keep wailing it away and increasing your physical attack.
That sounds like a fun way to play a video game.
Sounds like
you should just play Disgaea at that point.
Oh, shots fired.
You could do that same thing in a way that also doesn't require that you beat up an animal forever. You could just have your people steal the weapon from a character and put them in a corner and then have everybody else accumulate.
Yeah, you could, but also, I mean, fuck chocobos in Final Fantasy Tactics.
Wow.
Jeez.
Come on.
They're annoying! They're annoying as fuck in that game.
Quit.
What the fuck?
They're fine.
Actually, wait, no. Uematsu's gonna break my fucking legs.
No, I mean,
no, he's too
like
sick
I
for that.
said, in FTL, what I would do to max out multiple stats in FTL, like my captain and my engineers and all my stuff, is to like cripple a drone during the early levels and then just have like at least 2 level up on shields so as that it's constantly shooting missiles or laser beams.
I mean, that's fine because that game's super fucked, so take whatever advantage you can get. You don't need it in Final Fantasy Tactics.
I know, I'm just saying that for me, okay, the real reason why I do this min-maxery, because I'm also the type of person, and I'm not going to be able to get this blog out that I wanted to write about finally finishing Persona 3 for the second time in my entire life. I have always been the type of person, when I play a Persona game, I want to do the entire dungeon in one in-game day.
Well, yeah, that's just being efficient.
I want all the like weird social link shit, all the weird visual novel shit.
Yeah, no, once again, that's normal.
Yeah.
But that's the same mindset in my mind. This is how my brain thinks. It's the same thing of like, I want to maximize how fast I can get through this combat so as that I can just absorb the story. Just give me the story.
That's not faster, though.
No, but you put in a little bit of investment and you get a maximum dividend.
Listen, you spend 5 hours beating up a chocobo. And then you still spend 30 hours working your way through the game.
Alright, so what you do is you equip 2 shields, and then you go to like a high level area, and just have your characters get wailed on for like.
No,
15
you can also
minutes.
do that. Actually, Gino did that in Final Fantasy II.
I know, that's what I'm referencing.
Yeah. It's almost like my podcast co-hosts are monsters.
Well, what does it say about you?
Brayden, get good.
Listen, too much cheese is bad for the digestion.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to watch me play something like Warhammer. Like, the way that I've described how I play Warhammer.
Yeah, you play Warhammer in the least fun way possible, which is corner camping.
Corner camping, bitches! Also, yeah, if you guys watch me play, like, a Fire Emblem game, you'd see a lot of corner camping. It's like, okay, bitches, come to me!
Weird, the guy that plays all his adventure games with the walkthrough open plays games in a way that's not fun, huh?
Really? When was the last time I actually had?
I mean, to be fair, if I played any of those games without a walkthrough, I would not complete any of them.
I only partially played Inherent Hero. 80, 20, 44 I had to, and you said that. Feeble Files I absolutely needed a walkthrough.
Sure.
I got through most of Nico Ball, most of Jack
Nico
Key.
Bola.
The secret
I
is
almost got all the way through 15 days until I couldn't find something. Hella Cyberpunk Future. Fuck that game. Dragon Sphere, I got most of that game until I had to do that weird pixel bullshit and the.
What about Dragon War?
Beneath the Steel Sky, I got through most of that game. Rex Nebular was barely an adventure game. The Labyrinth was nothing but that. Return to Zork required a guide at some point.
It was an offhand comment.
What about Dragon War?
Dragon Lore? I absolutely needed a guide. Have you played Dragon Lore yet?
Not yet. The pain.
It's not a good game.
Dragon Lore is, no, it's not. It's a terrible game. All of those Cryo games
average rating of the puzzles in that game?
All of Cryo's games are terrible. I have watched you play so many Cryo
really
games.
They did that really good Dune Scum clone.
You
call
have played no less than 4 Atlantis games in front of me.
One was good.
And no, the first one is funny. There's a lot of wild shit in that first Atlantis game.
Yeah. And then that one's fine up until it's complete bullshit. The second game might be one of the worst things I've ever played. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. The second game was terrible. The third game was great until I got to that frame rate lock issue. The fourth game with the weird Android shit, it is like a weird, terrible thing. And then this neo-noir game that I'm trying to play is kind of the worst.
So, John Walker, formerly of Rock Paper Shotgun, wrote an article that was basically like a tribute to Cryo and all of their terrible adventure games, and I thought of you when it was brought up.
I saw that article.
Yeah.
Again, they made good games. It's when they realized they could make more money off of the multimedia era versus making Scum clones when they started to really lose their shit.
So they turned to the dark side of multimedia.
Yeah. They're all about birds.
I mean, at one point they got bought by the Gothic and Spellforce team, Joe Wood.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that whole saga. We can talk about, Gothic and Joe Wood and when they had their falling out with Piranha Bytes, and then they commissioned a no-name studio in India to make a Gothic 3 expansion, and it's apparently like a giant piece of trash.
Was that Gothic 3 the beginning, or was that Gothic 3 Forsaken Gods?
Gothic 3 Forsaken Gods.
Okay.
Okay, the game is bugged.
Uh-huh.
I cannot telekinesis this stupid Switch.
So what you're saying is you need to play better, get better.
Shut
Yeah,
the
it's
fuck
just an
up.
excuse. Sounds like.
I feel like Boardmaster's gotten through some stupid fucking bullshit glitches that have fucked him over. So you can do it too.
I will mute you.
Have I?
One of these days, Brayden's gonna show up in your house under your bed when you go to sleep, and we're never gonna hear from you again.
So don't say Braden's name 3 times in the mirror in a bathroom with the lights out.
I
is what you're
will
saying.
show up. Ladies.
Hey, that was uncalled for. You know what? I need to lighten the mood here. I'm gonna light a candle, a new candle that I bought.
I can't know what you get.
Okay, so I got a Patty Wax Ocean Tide and Sea Salt. This is an artisanal soy wax candle, hand poured in the United States. This is their jar series, so it actually comes in a mason jar, so it's reusable. This one is blue. So the pre-burn smell is a little on the muted side. Okay, so I got 16 ounces for $15. So that's actually a pretty good ratio there.
So it's basically a Yankee Candle then.
No. This is soy, and Yankee Candles. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, if you need something to fill up a room with a smell, then you buy Yankee Candle. But these are a bit. I don't like strong throws on candles, so I usually get the lighter scented candles from Patty Wax.
You're not big into grappler candles. I understand.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get my lighter.
You know, not a Zangief main.
Yeah, apparently not.
Okay.
Like in Street Fighter.
Well, I have great news. There's a new Street Fighter coming.
There is?
Yeah.
What?
And
Is it finally Alpha 4?
Go to bed, Grandpa. Street Fighter 6 is here.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, Ryu didn't have a beard. He was clean shaven and knew how to respect his elders.
By beating them up?
By doing he was downright fierce, he was.
Sorry about that, I couldn't find my lighter, so I'm gonna use my backup for a survival situation. So let's go ahead and light this bitch. I have to say I was slightly disappointed. It's a smaller vessel than I expected, but again, it's 16 ounces.
I cannot believe
these candles.
It's a single wick, so a little disappointed at that too. So let's go ahead and light this bitch.
I cannot believe I am being foiled by this.
You should start a candle review blog. Become a candle influencer.
Appreciate you too.
If Jeff Gerstmann can get people to send energy drinks to him.
Wow, I did not realize this, but it actually has glitter inside of it.
Oh no.
Sure.
What is he talking about?
Candle.
His candle.
That's not a euphemism.
Burning glitter as part of a candle sounds like a great way to inhale microplastics.
It does have a warning label saying "Do not put lid while wick is still burning."
Do not huff microplastics.
Most glitters are no longer made out of plastic; they're made out of biodegradable paper.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's
You
a
and your
real
big
shame.
government telling our glitter companies how to make their glitter.
It's a real shame. Blood Omen 2 cannot be finished. You know.
It sounds like you're playing a good game like Blood Rain.
Damn, I can't believe you're just gonna have to play the next game.
Yeah, damn. I guess I'm just gonna have to move on to Legacy of Kain Defiance.
Or just take a break from this and go to the second Corpse Party game.
Oh, Jesus
Don't
Christ.
do that.
How about Shadow Hearts Covenant? When's that coming?
When I get a replacement remote for my RetroTink, so I can display at the correct aspect ratio.
Oh shit! Chat is just calling you out.
Beat Blood. Oh no, that's not chat. That is an individual.
Who is that?
That is the same person who wouldn't shut up about me Not beating Sonic Unleashed, even though I clearly beat Sonic Unleashed. Alright, we're gonna give this one more try, and if this...
Oh, boom the Allen. Draw up, why don't you?
And if this doesn't work, I'm not liable.
You're not liable, but you signed that contract. You are liable under contract law.
Yep.
I already did beat Blood Omen, the first one. Yeah, it's a great game. Fantastic video game, the first Blood Omen. And by that I mean the game part of it
works.
It is a functional top-down Zelda-ish.
So you're saying it's derivative and boring. It doesn't have any new ideas of its own.
Well, as we established yesterday, the last original game was Space War.
Hold everybody, I want to hear what ZP has to say about this candle.
It's pulling up nicely. A slight slow burn here. I want to say now that it's starting to cool up, trying to get the more watery, more like... Yeah, I'm starting to get this. I will say, the one thing that I'm not a fan of is the smell of the wick. A little bit stronger than what I was expecting. So the wick is actually giving off kind of more of a character smell, which I'm not a huge fan of. But usually the smell of the wick.
You should absolutely become a candle influencer.
Listen. Candles exist to cover up weed smells and poop smells.
That's a strong stance from someone that doesn't cook food that has like a lot of onion or garlic in it.
Okay, fair.
Why would you use a candle to cover up the smells of cooked onion and garlic? That's just your house smelling good.
Because it lingers for hours.
I think you're overcooking
Oh,
your
Jesus
onion
Christ.
and garlic.
I had the wrong ability selected.
Don't judge.
It's fine. Anyway, I guess someone in the YouTube comments 6 years from now is going to be like, I can't believe you used mind control instead of telekinesis. Why are you so bad at games?
Why are you so bad at games?
I have to admit, well, you see, it started out.
Oh, is he telling the story how he got into marketing?
No. Although I did almost get an internship at a multi-level marketing company.
I'm sorry, I was making the I was gone. I thought this was the natural progression of the
night.
Yeah, no, I
think it was me and Relkin had to warn him, like, I don't...
It was you and M. Yeah.
Oh, it was me and M. Saying, hey, I don't think you should do this.
But listen, I didn't have an internship that summer, and as a result, I did not get school credit. So...
Yeah, I felt bad about it in some ways like that.
I made the mistake of probably using the word multi-level marketing in my interview. Like, I'm sure they're like, oh, he knows too much.
So what it sounds like is you should have started your own MLM scam
Oh my God.
For your
Oh my
summer
God.
internship.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes, can I help you?
I'm gonna post something in the food channel.
Oh no.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Food. Little Caesars is introducing corn cob crust where they replace the
Is that
crust
real?
of pizza with corn.
Is that
No.
real, or is that just an internet bit? Because if you told me that was an internet bit, I would believe you.
I don't believe it at all. I think it's made it
I
up.
want this. I want this. I want this. I want this. I want
No,
this. I want
you
this.
don't.
I want this. I want this. I want this. I want this. March 22nd.
Is it okay? Is
March
it a real?
22nd release date.
Okay,
That's
Justin
today.
McElroy. Thanks for the Munch Squad segment.
I think that this is the genuine Little Caesars
Twitter account.
Twitter account.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna see if they actually are selling this. I'm gonna actually go to their website to see if I can order a corn cob pizza.
Well, yeah, I'd like to thank
Can I get a corn cob pizza?
McElroy's for their cameo this episode.
Where's the corn cob pizza? I don't see it. Was I tomfooleried?
Probably.
I want a corn cob pizza.
Why don't you make some yourself?
God damn it. Fucking... If I can't trust the official blue check-marked Twitter accounts to tell the truth, who can I trust on Twitter?
The gold checkmarked ones, right?
You shouldn't trust anyone on Twitter. Except for the people who...
Except me.
Yeah, except me. Except I'm not on Twitter. That's how you can trust me.
Help me! Let me out of here, I didn't do nothing!
So this is odd. In my recommended channels on Twitch, there's Sasha Grey playing Bloodborne.
Yeah! Hey!
Where is my meat? Sopping with blood, running with gore! There! Stop that! You know you're not allowed back there! Give me
Not very feminist.
1,400 ounces every day, and it will be fresh and on 2 legs, or in this case, 4.
Oh wait.
I love it when corporate accounts respond to other corporate accounts, and they're all in on the joke, and it's like, haha, influencers.
I mean, that might be the same person running both Twitter accounts, working for both companies. Just responding to themselves. Just creating.
Oh, look at this guy! Look at this guy, fucking Kool-Aid Manning.
Alright.
Is that the third Manning brother?
That's like a Space Orc jetpack on that thing.
Anyway, my general feelings about Little Caesars are just get the one that's half sticks and half pizza.
No, I mean, the real thing is just stick with the hot and ready. You just want a pizza that's like $5.50, and then you get out.
Real talk, actually, in the little fucking town I grew up in, Little Caesars was the best pizza game in town.
Yeah, it's a good to decent pizza for the price. Like,
if you get Little Caesars fresh,
quality to dollar ratio, it's the best pizza in the world.
I would say in terms of the food to dollar ratio, sure.
In between college and finding a job, I spent a lot of time buying cheap ass pizzas from Little Caesars.
It was $5 at one point. It was $5 for an entire pizza.
Oh no, that was when I finished college and was trying to find a job
on the wall
before those payments started, before those bills started rolling in.
Talking to my friends, like, why would you ever want to? Why are you considering buying this pizza? Buying this Subway sandwich for $5 when we could get a pizza for $5?
There's half a guy on the wall over there.
Yeah, it's fine. So here's the thing: is my roommate got a job delivering pizzas, as one does.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Capitalism.
I sneezed. And he got a job at the fancy place.
Ooh.
Well, okay, if you're gonna get pizza for like close, for
they're alive.
And he gets a free pizza every shift.
Yo, that's the way to do it.
He has brought home several different kinds of their pizza. Oh God!
Ah, fuck.
Has he brought back the Victor Bourbon classic with jalapenos and oranges on it?
No.
I'd eat that.
Jalapeno,
I
like
oranges.
depending on the sauce, I'd consider it. I don't know if you could do that with red sauce.
I bet you could. Barbecue sauce is also good.
I am generally pro putting jalapeno on pizza, though. So,
Yeah, pepperoni and jalapenos.
The
Great.
spicy shit.
killing these enemies the same way I kill all of them.
Tossing them on spikes.
Oh, if only. I would rather have to toss enemies on spikes like it was Soul Reaver 1.
Alright, well, have fun with your corn pizza. I'm out of here.
Alright.
See, Borg.
Corn pizza. I have had pizza with corn on it, though. It was okay.
I've never had Japanese abomination pizza, so... But also, corn on pizza is probably fine. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, we already have pizzas that put seafood on them.
I don't
can't
like
abide
seafood
that.
on anything.
No, clam pizza.
I can't abide that.
No one fucking my roommates, my beloved
New Haven
Daisy
pizza
and
is a real
Emerin,
thing.
my beloved Daisy and Emerin are fucking cowards and will not let me try the Clam Casino pizza.
It's a good pizza.
What does that mean? They
I
won't let
like
you.
New Haven pizza.
It's the pizza. It's like literally New Haven's. It's the pizza that is the face of this city.
New Haven pizza is a very thin crust, slightly burnt on the edges. And it's always amoeba shaped. And the iconic style of pizza is white sauce, clams, herbs, light dusting of pecorino romano cheese, and that's it.
Okay, but here's the thing: is
you don't like seafood.
I don't like seafood. Like the closest I will get
fish sticks
is I don't even like fish sticks.
Oh, huh.
Well, you know what? Good on you for consistency.
I have had some shitty coconut shrimp in my time, and that's okay.
You don't like let's say like a halibut that's been like doused in salsa or something?
It's a like I am not a picky eater anymore. I was as a kid, but it's just one of those things where that's the thing that has remained.
I'm looking up the recipe for Pepe's.
Yeah, I can't eat salmon anymore ever since I bit into one at one point and there was bones in it. Those little stringy bones.
Gross. So it's as much a texture thing as it is a taste thing.
Okay.
I don't like the smell of fish.
Like there's a very
tastes good.
The very squishy texture of fish is just.
Yeah.
Anyway, the only Legacy of Kain I ever played was the isometric one. It always throws me off when I see the action game head. Oh look, guys, it's television Sparky Buzzsaw.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some food. See you.
Bye.
Bye. Hi, Sparky.
Hi, Sparky.
I'm old man. This game is 21 years old. There are more like, yeah, but Blood Omen's good. Blood Omen 2 is not.
What if you play Blood Omen 2?
I am playing Blood Omen 2.
That was a joke.
What if I... Listen, I almost started playing Defiance, and then I realized I had the wrong power selected. Anyway.
This is ground control to Major Tom.
It's fine.
This is a post that I'm going to read to you all because I need to inflict it on all of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the most awkward date y'all ever been on?
Oh, friendo.
He took me to his parents' favorite spot. We saw his mom there feeding strawberries to a stranger. He was about to confront her, but his dad came out of the bathroom and sat with them and grabbed the other man's hand. That was the night he learned his parents like to tag team other men.
Yeah, that sounds viable enough not to be a Reddit story that people made up.
I'm trying to get a little bit more of the set now that it's starting to cool up on the bottom. This throw is a little on the under.
For someone, Chris, for someone who does not seemingly partake in very much cannabis, sure you like candles a lot.
I do.
I do not see the correlation between cannabis and candles.
He's saying that it's a hippie thing.
Yeah, but every hippie I knew growing up that smoked hella weed, they didn't cover that up with like candles.
Yeah, because they're bad at smoking weed.
They used like dollar store fucking incense.
I'm here to tell you. Hi, cool teens. Here's a hot tip from me to you. When you're smoking that ganja out in your room, keep open a window. Anyway, I don't actually smoke weed either. But I have lived with people who do.
I had the opportunity to smoke mad crazy amounts of weed in my youth because I lived with my mom and my grandpa, both of whom are allowed to grow pot for medical reasons.
Hell yeah, California.
But I cannot fucking stand the smell of it, and the one time I did smoke weed, I had like a really bad anxiety attack while doing it and felt like there were ants in my teeth.
Yeah.
I'm the same as Harley. I just don't like the smell.
I don't care for the smell.
And also I was around a lot of people who smoked it, and the weird amount of... I have nothing against people who smoke marijuana, but the weird, somewhat peer pressure that weed smokers do on you when you say that you don't smoke
you mean
almost on par.
Hey,
It's
no.
almost on par. It is almost on par with people who find out that you don't like to consume alcohol at a party. It's like, I don't drink.
No, come
And then
on,
like
man.
the people who just... Weed smokers are worse.
I've taken... Listen, yeah, like... I have been... I played Lego Star Wars, under the influence of, substances. Of course, in a state where it's legal, officer. And that was pretty fun. But otherwise, you know, I'd rather be trapped in my own dark anxiety nightmares. Quite honestly.
Here's a weird question.
Yes.
Is dipping apple slices in peanut butter a weird snack?
No.
No, that's
I don't think
that's
I've ever
a
heard anybody
childhood
else doing it.
staple.
Yeah. I went through a bit where to get away from Nutella because I felt like it was injecting way too much sugar in my
Yeah,
life.
because Nutella
I
is
replaced it with
half sugar, half hazelnut, all diabetes.
Because that's what I'm doing right now, and I was like, I don't think I've ever heard anyone else doing this.
You ever hear about ants on a log?
Yeah.
No.
That's celery stick with the middle of the inside of the celery stick filled with peanut butter dotted with raisins.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, apple slices
Also-
and peanut butter are a wonderful and healthy snack.
I will never forget. I don't know if this is just a weird thing, but y'all white people don't like celery. Because I remember when I was in preschool, the teacher was giving out carrot sticks and celery sticks, and no one ate celery. And I was the only one like, I eat celery all the time.
That's because
And I was like, "Could I have
celery
more
is
celery?"
I hate to inform you of this, but celery is 90% water and for bitches.
It's like one of the most necessary vegetables in terms of cooking.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
As a texture thing.
I like the flavor that celery imparts into food.
But
Yeah.
like raw celery if I am given a coup d'etat platter, as they say, of things to dip into ranch.
Yeah.
Celery's fine for that.
Yeah, you want a little burst of juicy wateriness
It's crunchy.
in your mouth. Crunchy water. It's better in terms of the crunchy water factor. It's better than lettuce.
Hi, welcome to my channel, Crunchy Water. I'm Crunch Betrary Water. I'm your host for today, and today we're going to
I just can't eat celery itself.
Prisoner.
Like
I
raw
require
or cooked
information.
at all. Like raw.
You are not
When I don't like the flavor of it raw,
Release me.
and I don't like the texture
First,
of
you
it
must
cooked.
answer me. I seek a prisoner in this place, a builder. He created a large device that lies below the city.
But I
of
love
Meridian.
what it does to like soup.
Speak no further. I am he.
Great soup.
How fortunate. I intend to destroy this device. I was told only you can tell me how.
I can indeed help you. But in return, I need an end to my suffering.
Tell me of the device and I will grant you any request within my power.
Yes, the device. The device was built as a weapon eons ago when two races warred with each other for dominance of Nosgoth. It houses an ancient creature whose very mind is capable of killing any living thing with but a thought. The device was to channel the mental energy of this creature and direct it onto Nosgoth. It would attune the creature's mind to kill all living creatures except for my race. Before it could be completed, however, I was imprisoned here, and the rest of my race was banished to another far more terrible realm.
So this device was never finished, and yet the creature still lives within it.
It was dubbed the Mass.
The
Mass. It is eternal and deadly, yet harmless without a channel for its mind. But we never completed the weapon. We needed a way to send its energy out of the device and into the land itself. We needed a conduit throughout the cities, a network, if you will. Once this network was created, the device would channel the mental energy of the Mass and send death upon our enemies.
You say a network, placed like a web throughout a city.
We never completed the network. We never used the device.
But the Sarafan Lord will. The glyphs.
What was that I heard?
He
in the
is
background?
using the glyphs to channel the Mass, to wipe out the city.
Me
humans
giggling or
and
Daisy
vampires
saying something?
alike.
I thought I heard Daisy's
That
comment.
must be his plan.
Hey Daisy, what did you just say?
If this is indeed true, you must
What did you
act
just say?
quickly.
Like your
It
exact
would be
last
too
sentence.
large a task to destroy the device itself. You must kill the Mass itself.
You said this
Okay,
creature was
thank you.
eternal.
It has a simple weakness.
Nothing relevant to us.
Blood is like poison to its system. And not any blood, but pure blood from the elder
guess I
races.
will.
My blood. My blood
Daisy's
will
hanging
poison
out
and kill
in
the
another
creature. Drink from me,
group chat
vampire, and use my
with some
life's
of
blood to kill
my-
that
with
which
some
I
of our
created
more
out of arrogance and pride. Kill me
eclectic
so that the
friends.
Mass will die, and the device will be destroyed.
You have suffered here in
Oh,
eternity,
man.
poor wretch.
Do you know
I
what's
will
something
grant
that I
you
really
release
need
from
to
your
stop
prison,
doing?
and I will carry your
Is
blood in
looking
my
at the
veins. I
games
will
that are
bring
on
the
sale during
Sarafan
these sorts
Lord's
of sales
plans
for
tumbling
$1 or
before
less.
you.
Because I get these horrible ideas in my brain and they scare me.
I did it.
I mean, yeah, I'm seeing Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 2, Blood Omen 2, like the entire Legacy of Kain franchise is on sale for 97 cents. Which,
Yeah,
even if you
each.
hate Blood Omen 2, for 97 cents, 98 cents, you too can experience what Brayden is going through right now.
Or you can play Blood Omen 1.
The entire Thief
Yeah.
franchise is on sale for 97 cents, 98 cents. Why is Thief 3 more than Thief 2 and Thief Deadly Shadows? That seems weird. By
It's a
1
newer
cent.
game, I guess.
Anyway,
You can buy all of them for $1.
the time is now.
Does all of Thief games include Thief 4?
Thief 4 is on GOG now.
So Thief is 97 cents, Thief 2, 97 cents, Thief 3, 98 cents, Thief Definitive Edition is $3.74, so it's on sale.
Hey,
Oh, that's the new one,
$3
right?
is more than the $40 I paid for it.
How much did you play for Blood Omen 2?
Like $3, probably.
Its normal price is $7.
The other of these games seem a lot more fun. I would be interested in trying those.
If you click the Soul Reaver Buy All series, it is $2.91.
That is a fantastic. Well, yeah, that's a fantastic deal.
Now I'm gonna do the other one. Let's say you click the Buy All series for the franchise, which does not include the reboot. That is $2.92.
It's almost like
they know.
It's almost like they
I'm gonna go to that because they also have all
the
those
Embracer group is not looking for
they have all of those Crystal Dynamics reboot Tomb Raider games
for like $1 each. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, $1 each. Anniversary.
I own every single Tomb Raider game.
Legend, Dark Angel. Don't buy Dark Angel.
I have Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness.
I also bought the entire collection at some point in the past.
Like one of the things that came about because of my most recent purchase is just like I own almost all of the games on GOG that one would care to own. Or at least I would care to own.
Your point?
I bought fucking Submarine Titans, which is an RTS that I only remember playing at a friend's house.
Wait. So where's Blood Omen 1?
It's called Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. It's not.
Yeah, so it's not technically.
It's not Legacy of Kain Blood Omen. It's Blood Omen : Legacy of Kain.
All I can find on Steam is Blood Omen 2.
No, it's on there. You have to search Blood Omen, but not include Legacy.
I don't know if Blood Omen 1 is on Steam.
Yeah, I do not see Blood Omen.
No, yeah, this is GOG.
Oh.
Arbitrary, I'm going to need you to play Codename Iceman at some point. What? No. Disgusting.
I'll play Codename Iceman.
Yeah, that's his job. He plays the bad adventure games. I play the good ones.
Hey.
Name a good adventure game you have played within the last year.
I enjoyed
The
Jack
Longest
Keane.
Journey. Okay.
I enjoyed Jack Keane. Fuck you.
Jack Keane is fucking racist as shit.
You asked me like a good time. I had a fun time in 15 days.
Like,
oh no, Inherit the Earth. Inherit the Earth is actually
okay.
good. It's just
yeah, there you go.
It's just
You found the one.
I really was so excited to play AD 2044, and then I actually played
And then you actually played it, and you're like, wow, this hates women so much.
So bad and disappointing.
I was only expecting it to hate women a regular amount.
Yeah.
Also, I'm being told by award-winning novelist Cameron Lowe, you need to play MTV's Club Dead.
I did. I need to write the blog for that, but the problem with MTV's Club Dead is it has all of these weird macro media players that are all separate executables. So whenever I've tried to like OBS it, it's like it's only getting the background. It's I will Sparky, I'm gonna sit down when I get spring break. I'm gonna buckle down and I'm gonna write your blog for Club Dead. There's going to be something. I promise.
It's my
you this.
spring break right now.
I promise you this, Sparky. There will be, within the next 2 months, there will be something on Giant Bomb. Come hell or high
Assuming
water.
Giant Bomb's still around in 2 months.
About Club Dead. I will get that. I will get you this. I will make it happen.
Oh no, how do I solve this puzzle? Do I do the exact same thing I was just doing? Oh wow.
Oh wow, Braden's not actually good at using his intuition to solve puzzles.
Shut up. Mister, I'm sorry I didn't huff enough glue with Roberta Williams.
Roberta Williams made a lot of... Am I gonna really start a miniseries where I play all of the Space Quest games? And show how good they are?
Yeah, I'm sure they're very funny and not... And they don't hate women. I'm sure all of those old adventure games, it's, you know, given the ones you've played thus far, I'm sure the real cream of the crop from Sierra...
Oh yeah, baby!
Shut up.
The cream of the crop.
I ran right into that one.
You know what? Just because of this, I'm gonna buy Crusaders of Might and Magic.
Okay.
On GOG.
I have Crusaders of Might and Magic. I haven't played it yet because there hasn't been an opportune time. But at some point I'll play that game.
RPG?
It's not an RPG though.
It's a weird action.
You don't level up. It's just like a weird bad action adventure thing.
It's like, what if the Might and Magic franchise decided to say, look at what Bethesda did with Redfall. We gotta do that.
Are not most... Do you not play a role in most games?
Oh, if this is the talk we're having, this...
I've tried to have this talk with Braden multiple times, like playing a role is a role-playing game, and he gets angry at me every single time.
Yeah, because... Congratulations, you've rendered classification moot.
When was the last time I tried to play that? Oh, right. I wanted to use that as an excuse to start playing visual novels.
You don't need an excuse to play visual novels.
So, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty far away. The throw of this candle, now that it is moderately pulled up to be almost the entire, the center of the candle, it is actually a pretty strong one. So it needed some time. So I'm going to say this is a moderate candle.
I finished Chaos Child within the last week.
Did you do Bag of Milk?
Yeah.
What did you think of Bag of Milk?
I think the first bag of milk inside a bag of milk is very cool.
I'm glad that they charged money for the second one.
Oh.
This is bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
I gotta knock him into the water with telekinesis.
To be honest with you, Brad, at this point, you don't need to be the pro gamer that you claim to be. You could take a knee. I give you permission.
Oh, God!
Give up.
Well, that looked like bullshit.
I have no idea what happened.
I only incinerate you.
I have no idea what happened.
It looks like he has a spell that can get behind cover.
That looks like boy. Britton, are you having fun?
I mean, this is at least less tedious than most of the other boss fights I've done.
The one with the pillar of energy that you need to deposit to jump into also broke in weird ways.
He eventually... Were you here when he won that one?
Yes.
When I just beat the boss by
Standing still and
letting the AI break and he just died. Oh, I see.
Wait, he has to impale himself on the... Oh, okay. There's too much to this boss fight.
Yeah, it seems like a bunch of fiddly bullshit, to be perfectly honest.
Yep. It's fine.
You like fiddly bullshit, though. I didn't even mean that as an insult.
I just have to get him to charge into these statues. And then hit the switches.
You're my switch daddy.
Good to know that
What?
Crystal Dynamics was using the have invincible enemy charge into wall mechanic before Tomb Raider Anniversary.
And then big statue gets rebuilt. And then oh look! Oh shit! It's Mobius, that piece of shit. It's a giant statue of Mobius. To remind you that
Mobius is a thing.
Mobius is a character in a much better video game.
Did you know this game was going to be not great when you started it?
I mean, it's the black sheep of the series. It absolutely has the reputation of being the bad one. All right, now.
It really is funny to me that Mobius has always been this kind of focal point for these games, and yet they keep just dropping him into the story with like very little care.
He's a right dick in Soul Reaver 2, and I appreciate
But
that.
remember the part of Soul Reaver 1 where they just dropped him at the end? It's like,
Oh yeah, and you're like, who is this?
If you didn't play Blood Omen, you have no idea who this guy is.
This attempt to actually try and tie.
But I remember when Soul Reaver came out, there were a lot of people who did not play Blood Omen. Started with Soul Reaver. It's like, what the fuck? This ending sucks shit. It's like, you have no idea, my child. But also, it's not your fault.
Anyway, we won.
You did it. Are you proud?
It's a really stupid boss fight.
So what's a superlative you feel giving this game for your GOTY?
Lives. Sire, wait. What trickery
What
is
would this get?
No trickery, sire.
Most
I
disappointing
am your
sequel?
servant once again.
far too long for its own good.
Wretch, I have no... Magnus? Could it be? It is I, sire.
Alright.
How is this possible?
Here, In this cursed place was my finest
like
warrior.
this is also
The Seraphim had fallen before him by the score. Together, he and I were invincible. Until
Hyperion.
the traitor. Is this your reward for betraying me to the Seraphim Lord?
Sire, I did not.
You left my camp in the night to join with my enemy,
Alright,
like all
come on,
the
dude.
others.
All
I'll
right.
talk to you
Bye.
later.
Sire,
Sleep
no.
well.
I wanted only to serve you. I thought in my pride I would strike a blow that would end the war. I went to kill the Seraphim Lord alone. I was your champion.
You never
You
returned.
want a little bit more, I took
I failed you. I tried to kill him. Even now I cannot remember how he defeated me. I was struck down helpless at his feet, and then through his
man.
foul magic he took my mind and transported me here to this hellhole. But what of you, sire? I heard that you were dead.
I'm not so dead as some would like to have me. As you see, I have returned. Magnus, my champion, you have suffered long enough. It is with pride that I grant you your death.
Sire, my thanks.
Yay. I think now I get pyrokinesis. Speaking of pyrokinesis, Chaos Child. I finished it.
Go, my friend. Be
It's
free. As
it
the
gets
rest
there.
of us
I
very
think,
slow in terms of getting there.
can
but
never be.
I think the way that game ends is like genuinely nice because it doesn't go for very easy.
It's one of the better endings from them
Yes.
because Robotics Node ending is dog shit. Steins Gate has a good ending. You just gotta work for it, and then it just is tiresome getting it.
You found the builder.
You are perceptive. He gave me his blood as a gift. I gave in return the gift he most wanted.
Yeah, I don't know where I stand regarding that game at the end of the day.
You are ready to descend to the device.
I wish I liked it more than I did.
Time grows short.
If that
My
makes
life
sense.
is drawn from me.
I
device
think
is alive.
the way
You
it
must
handles those
destroy it.
characters at the end is
What can
very
you tell me
good.
of the creature?
I think some of it is still very much like,
Slaves speak of it as
hey, y'all like
the
fringe
mass.
science bullshit?
It has great power, yet it is just an animal.
Sure.
The blood in your veins will kill it.
I love that TV.
How do I reach the device?
But
This passage.
it's a much
Yeah,
better
Fringe is
visual
good.
novel than
Fringe is
Chaos
I will
Head.
return when the device is destroyed.
It has a main character who does things
Wait.
and interacts with more than one person at a time and isn't just cringing the entire time
My
because
captors.
he's
They
this
are not of this world. They
Takaru
control the
in
glyph
Chaos
magic
Head is
by which Meridian is enslaved. They
just
pull the strings of the Saravan
insufferable.
while the disguise of the
Yeah.
glyph rites. They are called the Hilden, and their leader is,
Alright.
of course,
Update on
Saraphim
Remnant.
Lord.
I've finished all of Rom
They are
except the
powerful
Undying
creatures,
King's
King.
Palace.
You will encounter them below. Beware their
Okay.
magic.
Learning
Now,
about the ancient evil
find
race, the
mass.
Hilden.
Destroy the device.
You may toast my victory at day's end. Until then.
Actually, I have a question on how, like, the mechanics behind the randomized world work. Now,
Yeah.
obviously it's based, but this is I don't know how video games work really. Are the dungeons set in stone as soon as you arrive?
Some of them are. Some of them have set loadouts.
Because, like, talked to One, and One told me about the guy with the beer control rod, but he actually turned out not to be on my version of ROM. And I was just wondering if maybe he would have shown up if I had talked to Wood.
No, it's a preset seed. You can actually, there's actually a tool people have made where you can feed it your save game, and it will tell you what encounters you have. So. Okay, that's fun. I can just set them on fire now. But yeah, Chaos Child I would recommend, and also you don't have to play Chaos Head. It makes some references, but it is not a direct. It's not a direct sequel. Honestly, it makes just as many references to Steins Gate. Because they're all kind of loosely connected. And also, this is where I found out that they are making a new visual novel called Steins ? Which is fun because you can't pronounce it.
Yes.
So I will be interested in seeing what they do with those characters.
I mean, people still call it Hunter times Hunter.
Yeah, but it's literally Steins ?
Oh, there's a semicolon? Yeah, that's nonsense.
Yeah, it's anime.
Hey Daisy. If you had to guess, how would you pronounce the anime name Stein ? No, it's a sequel. The title is Stein : ?
And you know, I think they've said that
Just lay out the question mark.
they said that they're gonna localize what is it called?
God damn it.
They're probably not gonna localize Occultic 9 because everyone fucking hated that. But it seems like they might do what's it called? What's the most recent science adventure? Did ZP lose power again?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm looking it up. Because the animes don't always coincide with the game.
No. Although they did make an anime for
Anonymous Code. You're thinking of Anonymous Code.
Yeah, Anonymous Code. I believe they did say Anonymous Code is going to be localized in English.
September 8th, if I recall. It's sometime in September.
Sure. And I can't wait for the Committee of Zero translation patch for that. But yeah, people apparently really don't like Occultic 9. And I know the anime was poorly received as well. But I guess the only good anime that has been made for a science adventure one is Steins Gate, and
people really didn't like the Chaos Child anime adaptation.
I hear it's very bad.
It's cheap.
And also, like, having played that VN, I don't know how you do it in 12 episodes without just rushing everything. And then Chaos Child is also 12 episodes, and I have no idea how you would do that. Unless you just, like, do the most bare bones recreation of...
Have you heard Chaos Child love Choo-Choo?
I'm aware of both Chaos Head and Chaos Child love Choo-Choo.
Do you know what the premise of that Love Choo-Choo game is?
Aren't they like the Steins Gate, My Darling's Embrace?
Yes, it's very similar. So you play Chaos Chess, right?
Yes, I literally told you I finished it.
I just needed to make it sure that explaining how Love Choo-Choo works is spoiler.
Is it all a delusion?
So no, it follows what happens to Takaru if he ignores the return of the New Generation Madness events and instead decides he wants to form a harem or start dating women.
That's, you know what? That's very fucking funny.
Like, that is the premise of Love Choo-Choo, and then he plays, like, a standard visual novel dating game.
But, yeah, self-aware-ish.
What the fuck are you doing? You're supposed to save the world!
And then, yeah, and, you know, hey. I'm sure dating Serica in that game would be fun because, for reasons. Actually, you know what? Most of the girls in that game, got a little something wrong with them. In a way that is fun. It's almost like they're, like, interesting characters.
But no, I'm pretty sure Love Choo-Choo never came to the West.
No, but there is a fan translation in the works.
So if you want a good laugh from with those characters, it's worth it. Because I've only seen a Let's Play of it.
And then, yeah. Hey, they brought over Steins Gate, My Darling's Embrace. So...
anything's possible.
Anything's possible. Listen, I'm here. Hi. It's me, Brendan Arbitrary Water Redacted. Give me the dating sim spin-offs to otherwise serious visual novels. I'll play them.
Like I said, they're making an adaptation of that comic spin-off of Gintama. And I think that's very fucking funny. What if we spent the entire thing making fun of Sayonara and GTO? You shot King.
Well, the good news is, I am chapter 9, chapter 10, 11, 12. No, there are only 11 chapters? Yeah, so this is near the end of the game. Hooray!
Like four-armed guy that came out of the fucking Stargate SG-1 Miracle Bath is telling me to kill an entire world for him.
Yeah, you should do that.
You do that?
I mean, otherwise you don't go there. Yeah, you literally do not have to go to Corsus if you don't want to. If you just decide to do that boss fight immediately.
So, I told him I'd get the heart and he opened a portal. What if I kill him now?
You can do that. But
also,
it's a hard fight.
I just want to say, I do not like that cutscene unequipped my gun.
I was gonna play Skyward Sword at some point this month. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wrap up all of these Legacy of Kain games.
Why would you do that?
Shut the... You, man saying, you're not playing enough bad video games, going, why would you play Skyward Sword?
The dialogue, there's nothing... I'm gonna warn you, when you fight an entrenched fan base, it's very hard to move the needle. I know.
I've literally never played Skyward Sword. Like, because when it came out on Wii, I was very much in the state of things where I'm like, oh, I would never play. I'm an adult. I don't want to play Nintendo. So also, yeah, because I never played it at the time. And that's like the one big blind spot. As far as Legend of Zelda.
Just straight DOS box, not RetroArch for this DOS.
Are you going to load up Deathgate?
I kind of like the weird borders that DOSBox does the game as DOS base on the edges, but at the same time, I find managing and setting stuff, it's just easier to just run DOSBox directly, and also it seems to be less CPU, GPU. Thanks. Yeah, I want you to be here when we look at this opening cutscene.
Okay. I will.
I don't want you to eat food.
I
need you.
I want to eat
I
food,
need you.
though.
I need you to at least see this opening cutscene.
Okay, I will get to the next checkpoint and I will call it here. Like, they went to the trouble of doing different, unique, like, execution and backstab animations for every single weapon, seemingly.
I don't know if you can outright call this game a failure.
No. No, this game is not a failure. I just don't like it. I just don't think it's that good. It's good enough to be...
Clearly,
it's not...
people care.
Yeah.
There's too much care.
There's too much, yes, effort.
Just maybe not enough. This bun was not allowed to bake enough.
Yeah.
Help me! Or the people who were given this game just did not know what they were doing. I mean, the odd thing is that the story seems okay.
Yeah, but it's also like it's not what I want out of Legacy of Kain, which is my problem with it. There's not enough time travel and I guess this stuff with the Hilden.
Well, is Amy Hennig associated with this game?
Amy Hennig did not direct this game because she was too busy directing Soul Reaver 2.
So it just seems like all of the people who knew what the fuck they were doing just didn't even touch this game.
The people, yes. A lot of the... Okay, there's another switch.
But I seem to recall that Amy Hennig had some role in Blood Omen 1. Like, she was like the design manager.
Yes.
Design person. It's just she took the writing role for Legacy of Kain Soul.
Do you want more block puzzles? Oh, God. Block puzzles,
Which is why when they said, okay guys, we're gonna do Defiance. Don't worry guys, we're bringing Amy Hennig back and we're bringing back the Soul Reaver team.
Yeah. Well,
game came out. And
yeah,
was...
Defiance is basically Soul Reaver 3, right? Like, this is the weird, odd one. This is the odd duck. And yeah, I know the last game is, like, way more character action-y. I don't know. I don't actually care that much about how it plays. Alright, you can start up your stream.
Alright, gotta close out all this porn. Okay.
Make that joke every time.
I know. I don't want to get doxxed or kink-shamed.
Listen, I have bad news.
I've already been kink-shamed? Oh, wait, I already hit the play button. Hey! Hi, stream out there, people listening, watching, with a black screen on your screen. Today, we've got something truly special.
I'm very excited to see what this truly special thing is.
I just want you
Thanks
to know
everyone for watching. Remember, you can subscribe to get to the geometric shape of dubious character action games.
How can I satisfy the masses?
And now watch this man play a bad adventure game.
And